Hey everyone, Rob Wong and NFL columnist John Kryk with you here previewing Week 5 in the National Football League. And John, let's begin in jolly old England for the early game on Sunday morning as the Giants will take on the Packers in London for a 9:30 Eastern start. Green Bay coming into this one 8.5-point favorites. No surprise there, of course. Giants quarterback Daniel Jones dealing with an ankle injury heading into this one, but I can't imagine his status, whether he plays or not, really makes much of a difference for you.
No, it's Packers all the way. I mean, you got to love these quadruple headers, right? The second Sunday in a row. I mean, hey, they get that triple header on U.S. Thanksgiving. On our Canadian Thanksgiving weekend, we're getting this nice quadruple header. The Packers, look at last week, right? Bailey Zappi, the rookie for the Patriots, gets thrust into action in the first quarter and takes the team into overtime at Lambeau Field in his NFL debut. So a quarterback with zero experience could do that. Now, if Daniel Jones can't play and Tyrod Taylor with a concussion presumably won't even make the trip to London, you've got to think that their third-string quarterback who's on the practice squad, Davis Webb, is even less than a zero because he's only in 7 years of hanging around the steerage decks of NFL teams. He's had one game appearance, and that was with as a third stringer with the Bills last year, and he didn't throw a pass, ran it twice for 3 yards of losses. That's kind of less than zero, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That is not a great number for sure. Speaking of young quarterbacks, we will see rookie QB Kenny Pickett make his first start since being named QB1 for the Steelers when Pittsburgh heads to Buffalo on Sunday afternoon. Buffalo 14-point home favorites in this one. This is about as bad of a situation as you could have, I think, in your first start heading out on the road to face the Bills, who obviously are starting to roll it a little bit here. A nice bounce-back win last week against the Ravens, but how do you see this one playing out?
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time apparently in Steelers history that they're a full 2-touchdown underdog, and they're the last NFL team to be one since 1970. And it's legit. I mean, I'd be surprised if the Steelers, quite frankly, could keep it to 14 points. You've got what an atmosphere, as you were saying, for a rookie quarterback. There is no more intimidating a daytime setting in the league than to have to make your NFL debut in Buffalo. So Mitchell Trubisky, look, he had to be benched for the rookie Kenny Pickett for the Steelers. 16 points the offense scored in the first game, even though it was a win. 14 in the second, 17 in the third, 6 points by halftime against the Jets. I mean, that really left Mike Tomlin with no other option other than to see what the rookie can do. And he goes in there, now threw 3 interceptions, one just, a Hail Mary at the end of the game. So that's not good. But he ran for 2 touchdowns. So if he's going to do anything, he's going to have to kind of use his feet as well as his arm as a rookie.
All right, let's chat about the Sunday Nighter and AFC North matchup here. Cincinnati heads to Baltimore for the 8:20 p.m. kickoff. Ravens 3-point home favorites in this one, but when any of these teams square off in that AFC North historically, it's always an exciting matchup. Both of these teams obviously desperate for a win right now. Who do you like?
I'm actually going to pick Baltimore, and I can't believe I'm doing so, only because it seems as though in teams that are going to blitz him and pressure him, they're getting through even more than they did last year and late last year when it seemed like Joe Burrow was being sacked on almost every other possession or snap. I mean, it was terrible, right? But what did he do to the Ravens, which only has me hesitant? In 2 games against the Ravens, get this, he threw for 941 yards, completed 72% of his passes, was 7 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he was only sacked 4 times. But I think the Ravens know that their secondary is weak other than Marlon Humphrey, one of the best cover corners in the league. And I think to help protect that, as they didn't do well enough last week against Josh Allen and the Bills, I think they're going to blitz the snot out of Joe Burrow and try to get to him and keep that game close for them.
Yeah, it could be a long night for the Bengals QB for sure. For the rest of John's NFL picks, you can check out his Kryk Slants newsletter and, of course, find him on Twitter @John Kryk.